Hello, hello. We are back. We are back. I just had lunch. I had some pizza that I made myself. That's what we got to do now in this economy. You got to do everything yourselves. That's right. Everything, got to do it yourself. Let's see. What is going on right now that I saw while I was eating lunch that I want to share with you guys? What do I want to share with you guys? Oh, I know a story that I saw today, right now, as I was eating lunch. Okay, everyone, gather around. Let's think about this right now. We got a real treat today. Excuse me. Jennifer Aniston. Yes, you remember her? Friends? Everyone's first crush? Possibly. I mean, she's up there. If you're growing up in the 90s, there's the debate between Pink Ranger, Topanga from Boy Meets World, and in your middle school or more formative years, Rachel from Friends. Well, she was in her mansion minding her own business. And let me pull up a picture of Jennifer Aniston while I'm talking so you guys have something to look at instead of my ugly face, right? We want to see Jennifer Aniston as we're talking so you guys don't have to look at my ugly face. And let's find it. Let's find some Jennifer Anderson. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. No, look at these arms. Look at these arms. Let me know if you guys can or cannot see this. Sometimes when I'm sharing the screen, it goes black. Excuse me, I'm still working out the kinks. This is live, okay? And I'm trying to work it through just using the YouTube streaming service. I think YouTube has this thing about ads. When they see ads, they black it out. Let me know if you guys can or cannot see anything. That would really help. Because last time I was talking for hours into a black screen on your guys' end and nobody said anything. So let me know if you guys can see uh, Jennifer Aniston. Okay? Let's see here. Ooh, what is this? Okay, back to the story. Back to the story. Here we go. Jennifer Aniston was in her house and she just had a car. Oh my God. What is going here? Sorry about that. All kinds of issues. All right. Jennifer Aniston was in her car, in her house, when a car came crashing through her gates and a 70-year-old man crashed his car into her gates. 70-year-old, guys. He went there to rob her. Oh, what an interesting time we live in. When you're 7-year-old, I think the last thing you're thinking about is trying to rob Jennifer Aniston. Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he knew. Maybe he didn't know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows if he did this on purpose or not? And she has security, and he was detained. I just thought it was very interesting to see this story about Jennifer Aniston. She's not a person that I think about anymore because she hasn't been in the news for a very long time. Sometimes I think these celebrities, they do these things to get us to think about them again. Right? Who knows? Right, you see, man crashes car through front gate of Jennifer Aniston's home. This just happened yesterday. Yesterday. The main thing that sticks out to me is this guy's 70 years old. And that's crazy. Heard about the high-tech redneck? This is the best part about doing the show live, okay? You bring up topics, I'm gonna look into it. What about let's look at this. Let's what is this story? What is this story, guys? I have no idea. Okay. Let's see. All right. I've typed in Billy Peehole. To be honest with you, I know nothing about golf besides that it is a game where old people go to play and they strike deals on the course. um, you got to give me some more context here, Mr. Redneck, because what about it? Because the thing about golf is, what's very interesting I find about golf is that how it's changed so much over the years. And I think it's going to happen in every sport as we get older, right? You go back and you're like, hey, there's an opportunity there. Why are more people jumping into it? And that's why all these kids now are so good at golf, because back then it was an old person's sport. And then some old people saw Tiger Woods and they were like, hey, we could make our own Tiger Woods. Everyone went on a big arms race to make Tiger Woods another version, right? He just happened to be Blasian. And everyone was like, every race needs their own Tiger Woods. And now you have multicolored Tiger Woods everywhere. um, the next sport I think that everyone's going to be doing this with is paddle. I've been talking to some of my friends and I was like, hey, paddle is this new up and coming sport. And everyone right now is just jumping into it. They barely know how to play it. And you know what would really rock everybody? You know what would really how you would do really well is getting your kid into paddle right now, right? Paddleboard, paddleball, whatever. Right now, start them off like you could make the next Tiger Woods, right? Because it's a new up and coming sport. It seems very popular, and if you start off at 4, you're gonna be really good. I don't know. I've tried. I don't know if you guys have kids or not, but I have a kid, and we tried every sport possible, because that's what you want to do when you have kids. You want to try everything to see if you have a superstar or not. And I'll tell you this, I do not. I do not have a super sporty star, but you got to try. You just never know. You never know. You try all the sports. It's like, in a way, it's like buying a lotto ticket when you have your kid. You get the kid and you don't know what they can do. So you have to try out everything, try out music, try out different sports, and see what sticks. And then you make a small investment into watering that whatever their kid's into. And if it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, move on. All right, what else did I see in the news today that I thought was very interesting, fun for us to talk about? Oh, there's this story that I saw, and I thought this was very fun. We could talk about it. Let's see here. Let me share the window. Again, let me know if you guys can see these things. Sometimes when I share the websites, depending on the website, it doesn't show very well. So you guys have to let me know if you guys can see it or not. Because on my end, you guys can, but when I play it back, it's like a big black screen, and I need time to adjust. Anyways, Santa Ana, this is in California. If you guys are not in California, Santa Ana looks to ban whippets. Whippets, if you guys don't know, it's nitrous oxide, and people have fun parties with it. I listen. I already thought that whippets was something that you cannot get normally. So I don't know. I didn't know that they had to say that they need to ban that. I just I thought it was always banned for you to do that with. So I thought that was a big waste of everyone's announcement time. A big waste of time for them to make this article. I mean, I think it's pretty common sense that whippets. Oh my gosh, you see this? This is what happens when you have a dog that's white and furry. It gets all over your clothes. I just thought it was pretty common sense that whippets would be banned. What else did I see in the news? Oh, an update to a story that I did a while back. And it's very rare that we have an update to any of the stories that we do because of the news cycle. It kind of just moves on and everyone forgets about it, right? And this is not a story that people forgot about. So I guess we're coming back to it. It's very cool because we never get to go back to it, any of these stories. First, I'm going to kind of preface what the story I'm talking about is about. I'm talking about a while back, I made a video talking about, I'm trying to remember the exact name of the app itself, about how you can self-deport yourself. You guys know what I'm talking about? They had a story a while back that they have an app. I think it's called CBP Home. Yes, that's what it was. And it's an app that they already had, but they've updated it. So you can basically, if you want to leave America and deport yourself, you can just go into the app, register that you want to leave, and it will just say, "Hey, go here and leave," and that's it, right? Well, there's an update to it because now you can use that. And initially when this app first came out, I was like, why would you ever use this app? Because it seems ridiculous, it seems silly. Well, I guess we got an update on why would you use this app. But before that, I'm gonna kind of give you some context. I'm gonna play you my original video on this earlier. So let's go. Okay. For you to deport yourself. Let's take a look.
An app that allows people to self-deport was launched this week by the Department of Homeland Security.
Part of the Trump administration's crackdown on illegal immigration.
Who's going to be using this app? Let's find out more about it. Department of Homeland Security launches CBP Home app with self-deport reporting feature. Okay, the feature is for aliens illegally in the country. Aliens would use the CBP Home mobile application to submit their intent to leave the country. So the idea is if you use the app and deport yourself, you are supposedly able to come back at some other point legally. If ICE comes and gets you and drags you out, you are banned from coming back to America forever. I'm just curious about who's going to be using this app voluntarily. Let's watch a little more of this and learn more about this app.
I put the app to the test. I checked it out. This is how it works. Take a look.
Leave now. If you don't, we will find you.
Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem issuing the warning as her department reissues the Customs and Border Protection app.
Okay.
What was known as CBP One is now CBP Home with a new feature, self-deportation.
For those that don't know, Kristi Noem was a former governor of South Dakota, and she was in the news a while back for unaliving, where the girl could be completely like, Anyways, let's watch more of this.
Home can be found in the App Store, and once downloaded, a user will register by first choosing the purpose for use. In this case, a departing traveler. A person then fills out the biographical information, and then finally a selfie before you click submit.
And he's gone. All right. Oh, that was me talking about it a while back, right? It's kind of weird, me watching myself watch something else. And we have an update to that story. So they're now offering through that app, the self-deporting app, $1,000 for you to deport yourself. And a lot of people are like, $1,000 for you to leave? Think about this, okay? You illegally entered the country, and then you deport yourself, and you get $1,000. Interesting. And so that's what they just announced. I think it was yesterday that they're going to start giving people $1,000 if you want to deport yourself. And you're like, why? Why would they do that? That seems like a lot of money to give to an illegal that's not supposed to be here, right? They're illegal. You give them $1,000. I mean, I thought that the idea. I remember on the campaign trail, they were always saying about hotel rooms for the illegals, and they get like a cell phone. Well, I don't know. I didn't even look into that story because I thought that was ridiculous. They get a hotel room, they get a cell phone, and they get cash, and they get dropped back off, and then they come back. Well, in a way, this is something similar, right? Well, anyways, they're offering $1,000 for you to self-deport yourself. And I did some digging, and the idea is it would save the taxpayers a lot of money because right now the costs, and this is from the ICE team themselves, because that's the reason why they're offering $1,000 for you to self-deport yourself, is that it costs them around $14,000 to catch, worth of, like, man hours and whatever, to catch, deport each illegal. So they're saying that if they can get a bunch of people to just deport themselves, it would save taxpayers a lot of money. That's the idea. And yeah, that's it. I just like how we get these updates on these stories, and then when I initially like talk about them, at least that first video, they're like, oh, that sounds silly. I'm literally just watching the news and reacting to it and giving my thoughts, and literally a lot of the times some of the stuff actually happens. And it's funny that in the comments everyone's like, oh, that's silly. I remember a video, one of the first ones that I did a while ago. You guys can find it somewhere. It was, and I got a lot of hate on that video in the comments. And the video was basically about when Donald Trump first initially, this was when he was like the second week that he was in office, Trump was talking about deporting illegals, right? And then that was the first, and in this press conference is the first time he brought it up that, possibly prisoners too. And literally when he said that, the first thing I thought of right away, and again, I'm just reacting to what he's saying, is, oh, he brought it up. That means if he's supporting U.S. Prisoners, then he's supporting U.S. citizens. I brought it up in my video, in the comments. Literally, I got tons of comments saying that's not what he said. It was literally like 90 comments of stuff like that. And I was like thinking to myself, that is what he's saying. And then fast forward weeks now, months now, down later to today, 100 and whatever days later, that's what's in the news. That's how they're framing it. And I'm kind of like, I said it way before the media, the mainstream media said it. Like, I don't know why they didn't pick up on that when he first said it. And I don't know, that was so weird. Like, that's literally what he said, and I'm just saying that's what he's saying. And people are like, oh, that's not what he's saying. Anyways, that's that. we can go back to Jennifer Aniston. I thought that was a very funny story of how a 70-year-old man tried to rob Jennifer Aniston by ramming his car into her house. I wonder, did he know that it was her house, or he just picked a house, decided that that was the house, and then just go for it? I'm just imagining some Breaking Bad guy, because he's 70 years old. You know, when you're 70, you're on retirement already. Maybe, okay. Maybe this 7-year-old man had all his money in Tesla, or he had all his money in the stock market. He's retired, right? He lives on a fixed income. He gets Social Security and whatnot, and the market tanks. And now he needs a little extra bump, a little extra cash. He needs some cash. He decided to go and find a house to rob. And what's a better place to rob than Bel Air? Right? Bel Air. And maybe he just picked a house, and it just happens to be Jennifer Aniston's house. All right, let's share it. Okay, let me know again if you guys can see when I share the screen. No one ever says anything, so I'm going to keep doing it until someone says that it's black or not. Because on my end, it looks like you can see it, and you're seeing that I just Googled Jennifer Aniston, and the first thing that pops up is the story about the man that's trying to rob her. And wow, she's 56 years old. That makes you feel so old, because, you know, growing up, Jennifer Aniston was the hottie body that you had a crush on. Some people had a crush on Phoebe. That's crazy. No. Rachel was the one, okay, that you had a crush on. Some people like Courtney Cox. No. That's insane too. How old is Courtney Cox? She's 60. Wow, she looks pretty good for 60, I have to be honest. That's crazy. She's still married to David Arkin. Ooh, she's still married to David? Crazy. That's crazy that they met on the... Okay, yes, Chris, thank you so much. That's crazy to see that Courtney Cox and David Arquette, I can never say his name right, is still together, and they met on the set of Scream. Like, that's the kind of story that gives you hope in the world, right? But yeah, that's just crazy. I'm telling you, I'm just imagining this guy's mindset. We'll find out more about this later. Thank you, Chris, for saying that you can see it. It really helps a lot, because like in the back of my mind, I'm all paranoid that you guys can't see what I'm talking about. Because like at 70, you're like retired, and you're like, okay, maybe the 7-year-old man found out that he had cancer and decided that he wants to do a bucket list thing, and one of the bucket list things was to break into a mansion. Who knows? All right, that's it for now. I gotta go do some errands. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you, Chris, for letting me know that you can see. It was only black for a few seconds only. Maybe it's black when it's transitioning screens. I'm trying to make this a better experience and not have the black parts. And yeah, but thank you so much. And have a great day. Hopefully it gets better. It can only get better. All right. Thank you.